Explain to us what you have in stock at the moment and why it's so important that you need donations.
At the moment we have between 3.5 and 4 days stock of the main blood groups, and at this time of year, coming into Christmas, we need about between 7 and 8 days of stock. The reason for that is that we need to build the stock to cover the requirements through Christmas and New Year. People often forget that there will be patients in hospitals who will need blood over that period. We will be issuing blood on Christmas Day, we will issue blood on St. Stephen's Day, so we really need to build the stocks to make sure we have it for those patients.
Is it a case you don't know who will need that supply just yet, and that's why it's important that you have it, or is this based on what has happened in previous years when you know that there will be a demand for X amount over Christmas?
It's the latter. We will need a certain amount over Christmas, we know that. There will be patients who are transfusion dependent and will need to be treated over Christmas, so we have to look after them, as well as those who may be unfortunate enough to be involved in road accidents and the like.
Tell us about the type of people that would traditionally give blood in this country. I mean, I always get the impression that there's a core group who you rely on, who come in very regularly and who help out. But for the vast majority of the population, and I include myself in that number, it's never actually dawned on us that we could be of assistance to you.
There's about between 3 and 4% of the eligible population donates every year. So that means that there's a large group of people out there who have not donated and who could donate. So it's really those people, as well as our regular donors, we're asking to come forward.
And how do you go about giving blood? I mean, we're here in Delir Street in the offices where there are people here and there are people giving blood at the moment. But for example, can you walk in off the street and say, I'm here to give blood?
Exactly. You can do that at any of our clinics, and if you want to find out where our clinics are, go on to giveblood.ie or give us a call on 1850 731 137 and we'll let you know where we are.
Is there any reason why people can't give blood? There are restrictions.
There are some restrictions indeed. The main ones are around your own health. If you're not feeling in good health yourself, well, really you shouldn't give blood. If you've recently had a tattoo or a piercing, there is a period that we'd like to wait for after that in terms of you giving blood. If you've been living in England cumulatively for 1 year between 1980 and 1996, you may not be able to give blood. But perhaps the most common reason of all, and the only way to find out about this is when you come to the clinic, is actually if you've got low iron.
And what does low iron, what does that involve?
It means that your hemoglobin level is too low. It's below the threshold for us to take a donation from you. Because when we take that donation from you, it's the hemoglobin we're after, really, that we're trying to give that back to the sick patients.
So how many donations do you need, therefore, at the moment to get you to the levels that you want to be at?
We're looking for, between now and the start of the new year, we're looking for 13,000 donations. And to assist in that, we are actually establishing additional clinics this Friday, next Sunday, and the following Monday across the country. If you go onto the website, you can actually see where those clinics are.
Paddy, why do you think people don't give blood in greater number?
I think an awful lot of them just wait to be asked, to be honest with you. It's not something that's top of mind. It's certainly not top of mind this time of year. So when we ask, people will generally come forward.
If you don't get to that level where you have 3,000, 3,500 units in stock, what happens?
That's a worst case and doesn't really happen that often to us. It's probably 5 or 6 years since we've had to get to the point where elective surgery might have to be cancelled as a result of that. But I don't envisage that happening. When we ask donors to come forward, they generally do come forward.
It's Christmas time, it's the run up to Christmas. People are probably in town doing their shopping. The last thing they want to do is give up an hour of their life to come and give a pint of blood. So is there any incentive for people?
Only, as we say, you get more than you give. You're going to feel really good when you finish giving your donation, because you know you're doing something special for somebody. You're going to save a life with it.